Right, it's my focus group for my social context. This is what I should include and what I shouldn't include, with it being sensitive enough, obviously with my film being about war. So what can I include and what can I leave out, with it being about war? Like, how far can I, like, talk about it without being too sensitive?
Maybe don't show too much, like, gore, because that could, like, obviously if people have been affected by war, then, like, a load of, like, gory stuff could kind of...
Okay, so like no blood and
you can
like
probably
serious
have a little
death.
bit, but not like over the top, because then people could like.
Don't like get like guts all over the screen.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't put an opinion in. Like,
yeah.
don't put an opinion on war.
Yeah, because you could be done for that.
Like, as in.
But I'm trying to show war in like a bad
light. You can show
light.
war's
Though.
bad, but maybe don't have it centered around like one side. Like if you're doing like two sides.
Like the Nazis, you can't make them be like they're the worst.
Okay, yeah, okay, so don't have like a full opinion on like
hate. It can't be like a hate.
Yeah, you can like, have a bit of an opinion, but not going too far with it to make it like.
Yeah, because you don't want to make your film
maybe
like
like
a crime, do you?
Have you got a certain like country they're fighting for, or maybe you don't specify what they're
Yeah, I've not really
for.
specified what country.
It's like make believe, like it's not real.
Yeah, it doesn't matter obviously, but I mean like you don't want to then me saying like for example North Korea and America. You don't want me saying those because then obviously people would be a bit like
Yes.
all of this lot. So right, so don't make it obviously too gory and don't really have a strong opinion on war.
You just want to make like a.
It's like a message sort of thing as well.
The message?
The message is like why war, like why you shouldn't have war, and like not why you shouldn't, but as in like why should there not be nuclear war? As in like that's too far for that.
Okay.
And how trust plays into
Well, you're
it.
gonna have to research like a lot in depth.
As in like being like trust with everyone, like then doesn't have war, sort of thing.
How are you going to put that message out there?
Well, that's what the next question I was about to ask is with trust being broken and it being bad, how could I include this within my film? Like, how can I show trust being broken in my film?
Well,
Between who?
Yeah,
between like the friendship. So there's a group of 4 that like they've got to trust each other, and if a friendship gets broken or trust gets broken, like how can I show that? And obviously with the main protagonist, there's no trust there after like they find out the reason. No, this isn't why they're in the war.
Wait,
this...
So is it like as in whilst they're in the war,
you could have
a
theme of selfishness because that plays into it. Plays into like trust a lot.
Yeah.
So if you've got one character being like very selfish, all the other characters
and you can
aren't
show that
when
when
they're not gonna really trust.
Yeah, because like you know when they go down in like. Because you were using a bunker during the war, or is it after the war?
It will be like during the war, so the bomb goes off, then they're in the bunker.
Yeah, because like when there's only 4 of them in the bunker, right?
5.
5, okay. So
and then maybe more for like extras there. It depends because obviously it'll be the main protagonist, the 4 scientists, and I don't know if I need to add like other people. It's like just extra.
Yeah, linking to what Rihanna said, like, wait, what did you say?
Selfishness.
Selfishness, that.
Yeah.
Because like if one person is selfish in the bunker, then that's going to break the trust between all of them because they don't know who's.
So I could show like selfishness within the bunker bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last question is, since this whole production is basically like trying to, like, not slander, but as in like say how like war is bad and how like like the effects on it, I've got to kind of make it as factual as possible. So with the nuclear war, obviously it has a lot of effect on people, like physically, mentally, like all of that. How factual can I make it without it being like too much to add?
If you don't include too much gore, you can probably make it like very factual because the effects of it have been shown in the media quite a lot. There was that one, I can't remember what it was called, but that like nuclear explosion that was in Japan. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but there was a film about that, and it was like, oh no, it was really factual about it, and like, as long as you don't get too like gory.
Are you gonna if you looked at past like nuclear explosions?
I've looked at Hiroshima, and I've looked at Nagasaki as well, because Nagasaki was, and I've researched Chernobyl because Chernobyl was obviously like, it was more the effect on people more than like the death.
Yeah.
And then Nagasaki was obviously the bomb. I looked
Yeah.
into that, and so I've looked into all of them. So I was going to try and include like some stats and like some facts, because obviously I don't know how to like add it without it being like too much.
Documentary. No, I can't lie. If you add like stats and facts,
Because obviously it's not obviously it's not based off an actual
No,
story.
it doesn't.
So I could add stats that like are like sort of realistic, but not at the same time. Like the food chain, that was affected.
But are you gonna make? Are you
I
gonna
can
make-
include that, obviously.
But are you gonna make the characters like say the facts? Or what?
No,
how you
no,
add
as
the
in-
But you can have it like, you know, like sometimes in like docuseries and stuff like that, even though it's not a docuseries, but when it's like based on reality, it like
isn't-
fades into black and then has like something like a stat or something on the screen at
I've
the
never
end.
seen that in a short film.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think
okay,
that'd be short
so-
film.
No,
So, like-
it just has to be historically accurate. Like it
Yeah.
just has to be accurate. You don't like spit facts midway through.
Yeah, but
the
that's what I
movie.
thought he was saying. Like.
As in, like, obviously they'd use canned food. The reason why they'd use canned
Yeah,
food
because
is
you've
obviously
done
because
research on that.
So like obviously drop like facts, but not like obviously don't
So
say
Okay,
what do you
yeah.
mean is like in the actual documentary, your actors will be eating canned food.
they will be.
So that's where you've dropped like the realistic part.
Yeah, the realistic part of it. Okay. All right. Thank you.